Okay, here's the truth most people never told you. Your partner isn't the problem. Your ego might be. Glad to have you back on my channel. And today, we're having a conversation that most people run from. So if you're not ready to dig deep, to level up, to get real, click off now, because this might sting a little bit. The fact that you stayed means you're willing to look at something uncomfortable. You're tired of running, tired of fighting the same battles, tired of playing small, of settling for less than what you deserve in love. So I ask you once again, are you really listening to understand or just waiting to reply? And if you truly want to dive deep on this topic, go grab a pen and paper. Write down everything I say, because by the end of this video, your entire perception of love, of relationships, of yourself will shift forever. Are you ready? All right, let's talk. So many guys think the problem is their girl. She doesn't listen. She doesn't change. She's too emotional. She doesn't understand him. He thinks he's right, that he's winning, that she should appreciate him more. Yet why do all his relationships end the same way? Why does no one want to leave him? Why are all his friends single? Why is he still hurting? Because he misses the point. The real problem is him, not his flaws, not what she said or didn't say. His need to be right, his refusal to take feedback, his addiction to control, his fear of being seen fully without the mask. That's ego. And ego shows up everywhere. It looks like him shutting down when he's triggered instead of leaning into the discomfort. It looks like wanting her to change, yet refusing to reflect on how he contributes to the same fight. It looks like seeing feedback as criticism, not an invitation to grow. It looks like keeping score, holding grudges, needing to win, even when it hurts both of them. And the worst part, he thinks he's protecting himself, but he's just pushing love further and further away. But don't worry, ego masquerades as confidence, so we don't see it. We think we're being strong. We think we're standing our ground. We think we're doing what needs to be done. But we're wrong. Ego makes us selfish. It blinds us to our own faults. It prevents us from taking responsibility. It stops us from growing. It makes us defensive, dismissive, and disconnected. And ego kills relationships. Period. Full stop. We're raised to praise it, to chase it, to celebrate it. We buy into it. We project it onto others. And then we wonder why love doesn't last. Look around you. Most relationships end the same way. They get comfortable, predictable, complacent. There's no joy, no passion, no depth. Then someone leaves. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's them. But guess what? It's always on us. Because here's the brutal truth. Most people destroy their own relationships with ego and then blame their partner for the wreckage. But not you. Not anymore. You're here because you want truth. You want love that lasts. And that starts with you. Let go of the ego. Be the one who apologizes first. Be the one who listens all the way through. Be the one who can say, "You're right. I need to work on that." Because that's not weakness. That's emotional strength. That's leadership in love. Because when two people drop the need to be right, they finally get to be real. Listen, real love can't survive ego. It thrives in humility, in presence, in the willingness to say, maybe I don't have it all figured out. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you have to agree with your partner on everything. Of course not. I'm not saying you have to tolerate abuse, neglect, or disrespect. Hell no. I'm saying that when push comes to shove, when the rubber meets the road, when things get hard, when you're faced with a challenge, you need to look in the mirror. If you're always blaming, if every relationship ends the same way, if no one ever understands you, if you're always alone, if you're always fighting, if you're always struggling to connect well, maybe it's time to stop pointing fingers and start looking in the mirror. Ask yourself some questions. Am I hard to love when I feel threatened? Do I dominate the conversation? Do I punish my partner emotionally when I feel hurt? Do I want connection or control? Because here's the harsh reality. If you don't love someone more than you love yourself, your ego, then you're doomed to fail. Period. Full stop. Look, I get it. I was in your shoes. Once I used to think love was selfish. I used to think I needed to protect myself at all costs. I used to think winning was everything, but I was wrong. Deep down, we all know what we need to change, what we need to improve on. We know our weaknesses, our flaws, our blind spots. We know what holds us back. But do we have the courage to face it? To acknowledge it? To embrace it? To use it as fuel for growth? Or do we run from it? Do we hide from it? Do we blame someone else for it? Because guess what? No one else cares about your ego but you. No one else can protect you but you. No one else can lead you to greatness but you. Here's a wake-up call. If you're still suffering in your love life, if you're still struggling to connect, if you're still feeling alone, if you're still seeking validation, if you're still chasing ego, then you're the problem. You're the bottleneck. You're the barrier to your own success. It's not about blaming you. It's about empowering you. It's about owning your shit. It's about leveling up. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. For you and for your love. It's like this. If you want different results, you gotta change your perspective. You gotta flip the script. You gotta take responsibility. When we're young, we think the world owes us happiness. We think love should just happen. We think we deserve to be in a relationship. But guess what? Love is a verb. It's a choice. It's a commitment. It's a lifestyle. You can't just sit around and expect love to find you. You gotta put in the work. You gotta show up. You gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be authentic. You gotta be present. You gotta be willing to make sacrifices. You gotta kill your ego. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm saying it's worth it. And here's the ultimate test. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to save your relationship? Are you willing to face your shadow self? Are you willing to surrender your ego? Are you willing to embrace love? Because here's the brutal truth. Most people choose ego over love, but not you, not anymore. You're here because you want truth. You want love that lasts. And that starts with you. Let go of the ego. Be the one who apologizes first. Be the one who listens all the way through. Be the one who can say, "You're right. I need to work on that." Because that's not weakness. That's emotional strength. That's leadership in love. Because when two people drop the need to be right, they finally get to be real. Real love can't survive ego. It thrives in humility, in presence, in the willingness to say, "Maybe I don't have it all figured out." Listen, when we stop fighting, when we stop blaming, when we stop running, when we stop hiding, when we stop settling, when we stop giving up, that's when love becomes effortless. That's when love becomes blissful. That's when love becomes eternal. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your habits, your routines, your environment, your relationships, your mindset, they all shape who you become. Don't let ego define you. Define yourself. Kill your ego. Keep the love. Be brave enough to look inward and strong enough to build outward from there. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and become the best version of yourself for you and for your love. Subscribe to this channel. Comment below. Share this video with your brothers, with your friends, with your family. And if you need more help, more guidance, more accountability, hit the link below. And if you found value in this video, share it with your partner. Let's have a global conversation about love, about relationships, about ourselves. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Stay focused. Stay humble. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.